Yo, welcome back to the channel, Mac Movie Review, subset of Mac Music Review. Today we're looking at the movie Million Dollar Baby, and man, this is a sad movie. I watched this 2 days ago with some of my siblings, and the big takeaway was that it was sad, and let's just hop right into it. This film, directed by Clint Eastwood, stars Hilary Swank, an actress who I'm really not familiar with. I'm guessing she's famous if she, starred in this movie, but I couldn't name another movie she's in. I didn't recognize her from anything. But the cast in this movie is pretty outstanding. It's got Clint Eastwood is actually the main character. You might think it's Hilary Swank's character, but it's actually Clint Eastwood, which you learn as you're watching the film. It also has the guy who plays Hiccup in How to Train Your Dragon playing a kind of a goofy, lame character. And also has Anthony Mackie, he's the actor that plays the Falcon in the Marvel movies. It has Michael Pena, who's Ant-Man's friend, Hispanic friend, and Ant-Man. So it's got some Marvel people in it. It also has Margot Martindale, who's you probably would know more, who I know from BoJack Horseman. That's that word, she plays herself, an animated version of herself. It also has I think there's other famous people in it, but that's all that's on my mind right now. It's a pretty stacked cast, and everybody does a really good job. Did I mention Morgan Freeman? I might have forgot to mention Morgan Freeman. Morgan Freeman is one of the main people in this movie, and he gives a really good performance. I think he's almost always gives a really good performance, but this one was really good, and he actually won the Oscar. This one won a couple Oscars, Best Picture specifically in 2004, which is a big deal. It's also in the IMDb Top 250. This is a really well-esteemed movie. Rolling Stone did, New York Times did a Best Films of the Century so far, of this century, that, the 2000s. And they ranked this very high, and it was in the top 5 on that list that's still a work in progress, the top 25 movies of the century. So we'll see, if it goes down as more films are released throughout this century. But let's talk about the actual movie, because I haven't really talked about the movie yet. You may think this is like Rocky, and it sort of does feel like Rocky, but there's some other undercurrents. It's like Rocky, but not from Rocky's perspective. It's like Rocky, but if the main character was Mickey, Rocky's trainer in the first movie. It's kind of like that, and there's some subtleties to it and some kind of things that the audience has hinted at. And there's this kind of dark, foreboding nature of the thing where there's limits that the main character, Clint Eastwood, is not willing to go through. He doesn't want to do certain things, but he's slowly pushed and needled towards doing these things. And it's a pretty slow-moving movie. The movie feels a lot longer than it is. And after the first hour and a half, the film takes a turn without spoiling anything. And the last 30 minutes are some of the darkest, most depressing 30 minutes I think I've ever seen in a film. These last 30 minutes are where the film really becomes its own thing and really stands out and makes a strong impact. And it asks some really tough moral questions that just kind of leave you, without, this just empty feeling in you, and just this, it gives you questions. It makes you ask questions. And it's a rough movie, man. It does a lot with a PG-13 rating. I'll say that. It's amazing what Clint Eastwood was able to accomplish with a PG-13 movie, making the film feel so violent and make you feel the impact of this violence. It's a boxing movie, and you feel these punches, man. It's like, and Rocky's a great popcorn movie. Rocky's a great feel-good popcorn movie, but this is something else. This is a film that is just visceral and emotional and deeply depressing by the end, and with a little bit, maybe an ounce, a sparkle of hope in the last 2 or 3 minutes. But it's a very dark, depressing movie, and it's an excellent movie. It's extremely well made. It is very entertaining from start to finish. The cast is really great. The directing is great. The writing is great. It's I'm sure there are flaws. I'm positive there are flaws, but it's a little bit hard to find those flaws. because it's, by the end of it, you're just kind of, you know, you're left kind of shocked in your seat, and I'll say the ending really does deliver. This is a really excellent film. Oh yeah, score, 4.5 out of 5. It's excellent. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know, have you seen any good movies lately? Give me a movie recommendation. I'm always down for movie recommendations. Thanks for watching the video. Have a great rest of your day.